Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of the CBL X's and O's podcast for season 2023. I sit down with Reesam Writing today, and we're going to preview what is round 4 in the Gippsland Conference this weekend, and we've got some exciting games to come here, Reese.
Yeah, we really do. We've got some really exciting ones. A lot where it's going to either shake up the ladder or, some teams potentially chasing their first win. So, yeah, it's definitely an exciting one ahead.
Let's start in the men, and we've got Southern Peninsula travelling down to Sale. This is going to be a really good matchup between Southern Pen, who I don't think have registered a win just yet, and we've got Sale, who are a young and upcoming team.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a real interesting dynamic. Both very young. Both have got some heavy hitters from what we've been looking at. In terms of scoring, there's always someone different scoring a lot of points. So it'll definitely be an interesting one. But I reckon the Sharks here are definitely circling and trying to get, that first win.
And we've got Pakenham travelling down to Maffra, which is going to be a cracker of a game. Pakenham need the win to get back in with the sort of touching of top 4, and Maffra win this game, and they will solidify their top 4 spot.
Yep, that's going to be definitely probably my game of the week. It's got so much importance behind it, ladder wise. But with the addition of Elliot Hunt for the Maffra Eagles, I think it's going to make it a very difficult matchup for anyone going for the rest of the season. But with that being said, we all know what Pakenham holds in terms of their depth. There's always different guys that are putting up points, but I definitely do have the Maffra Eagles solidifying their position this round, but it won't come with ease.
And Wonthaggi are set to host Morwell at Bass Coast Community Stadium. It's going to be an interesting game. We haven't seen much of Wonthaggi so far, but the 2 games we've seen, they've been able to walk away with the W.
Yep. No, it's going to be one of those games where Wonthaggi, played their 2 games and they've had a break, and then Morwell, who's been playing, consecutively so far. I think it's going to be a bit of a question of, all right, who's in form, and really Morwell chasing their first, that win, and Wonthaggi also trying to stamp their pole position as well in that top 4. So that's going to be a very interesting game. I do have the Coasters though, getting it done with Garnham in for a big day.
And Warragul are travelling across to Canberra, who had last weekend off because of their junior tournament, which was a great success from what I'm hearing. This is going to be a pretty good battle between these 2 teams.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fierce, that's for sure. A lot of history between these 2. I think every game has either ended in 1, 2, 3 points in margin. That's very rarely that one skips away at all. But look, it's a game that we want every week, right? We want a game where you don't know which way it's going to go. You got to flip a coin, and I flipped my coin earlier and it landed on Wildcats to get the win here. But Jordan Gukia and the squad there, they're rolling, so it won't come easy for the Wildcats there.
And then Sunday, the young Sale team back it up and travel to Moe to take on the Meteors, and the Meteors need this win to really solidify their spot on top of that ladder.
Yeah, Moe may look at this as a bit of a good game to come into after the past couple they've been in, but it's just as important, this game for them. It keeps them clear above, a lot of the other teams that are circling around that top 4. But with that being said, I'm not going to discount Sale at all. They're coming along really nicely. They're just figuring it all out. But I do have Moe being a little bit too powerful for the young Sonics, but won't come without, a battle.
And Lakes Entrance travelled their biggest road trip for the season, I believe, heading down to Cardinia Life to take on Pakenham, and Pakenham need this win.
Yeah, they very much do. They've got a really important weekend. They really try and want to go 2 from 2. In the win column. This one, I'd say that would be pretty comfortable coming in and playing the Pelicans, and doing that. But with that being said, with the depth on Pakenham's roster at the moment, it's been really great. And with that being said, though, Lakes have been getting there. They're getting really competitive and really starting to get there. But I do have the Pakenham Warriors getting over the top on this occasion.
And Wonthaggi travel across to Warragul to take on Warragul at their home court, and this is going to be another cracker game. Both teams need the win to stay at the top of the table.
Yep. If I can remember correctly, I think Wonthaggi got them last season in the early rounds of the season from then, and I know that left a very sour taste in Warragul's mouth. Coming into this season, I don't think they're going to want that to be the same result. Really important game for Warragul there, as well as Wonthaggi. So it will definitely be a battle of who can finish out the game, really. But I do have the Warragul Warriors men getting over the top of Wonthaggi in this one.
And we move across to the women, and we've got Southern Penn travelling down to Sale, this is going to be a really good game, and I believe one team's going to get their first win.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Sale and Southern Penn very young. A lot of great talent hanging around. Southern Penn looking to definitely improve from their last round's performance. Being held to under 40 points is probably not ideal, but with that being said, Sale are really trying to come in and really solidify, their position in the middle of that pack. So I do have the Lady Sonics there getting the job done against the Sharks.
And Mafra hosts Pakenham Warriors in what is probably going to be game of the round in the women. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm with you. Game of the round for the women. Absolutely. Mafra coming very dangerous. I've been saying this at all. I really rate what they're doing right now. They're really gaining momentum. But on the other hand, Pakenham Warriors women are on a roll. So both teams coming into really good form so far. I definitely do see this being another coin flip type situation. It's going to go either way. But I do have the Lady Eagles getting it done against the Pakenham Warriors.
Well, while travelling to Wonthaggi, both teams need a win.
Yep, they certainly do. Wonthaggi, obviously their third game of the season coming into it, and Morwell, they're nearly there. They're just fighting either find that effort or hustle or whatever it is to get it done. Which I think they have a really good opportunity to try and secure their first win. Just with Wonthaggi still trying to find their feet and form in this season. But with that being said, I am backing the Magic in on this one to get their first win.
Camarara welcome a Warrior into the indoor rec centre. Can the Warriors come and spoil the party of the Wildcats to interrupt their winning streak?
It's going to be a big question. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Possibly. I don't know. Parramatta are really showing that they're a powerhouse. They've got really great scoring abilities across their list, and if Warragul can get if Beck can get some real good support behind them in that game, rather than her trying to get her 30 and everything like that, I definitely think there would be a chance in that regard. But I definitely do have the Wildcats and Chloe Hogan, the Wildcats, to get that done on Saturday.
Moe on Sunday, Moe are hosting Sale, and it's their only game for the weekend. Is that going to be the difference in Moe being able to walk out of the stadium with the W?
I'm not too sure. It's a clicky thing, isn't it? You don't play a Saturday, you play on a Sunday. Not everyone likes playing on a Sunday, but that's what we do when we play these sports. And look, I don't think it makes a huge difference to them. But again, depending on how the night goes before, the night on Saturday for Sale goes, it'll be very interesting to see how they pull up and how they perform. But I do have the Meteors getting the dub here on the Sunday, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sale finds a way.
And Pakenham are set to host Lakes Entrance, and I think Pakenham will continue their winning streak.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Obviously I do have, the I don't know. It's one of those things. It's the Saturday. So all what happens on Saturday, really sets it up for the Sunday. If the Pakenham Warriors can get through Saturday, I think they'll get through Sunday fine. But I could be completely wrong. They might split them and just go bang in the next one. But I definitely do have Pakenham Warriors getting up over the Pelicans in this clash.
And Warragul are set to host Wonthaggi, and I guess from Wonthaggi, they're potentially looking to go 2-0 for the weekend, and Warragul would be looking to potentially do the same thing if they can get over Canberra on the Saturday night.
Yeah, I've got both of these teams with the loss on Saturday. But someone's going to come out a clear winner in this one. Hopefully, I'm proven wrong when we come and meet next week about this. But look, a very interesting game, very important game for both. Wonthaggi staying in touch of that top 4 spot, and Warragul really trying to get back into that top 4 spot. So I don't think it will be an easy game for either of them. But I do have the Wonthaggi Coasters getting the dub here.
That is the round 4 preview for the Gippsland Conference this weekend. Look forward to seeing people in the stadiums again this weekend, Reese, and building bigger and better crowds than what we have so far.
Absolutely. It's I don't think there's a junior tournament in Gippsland for a bit of time. So get down there, support your local association, get around it. It's a lot of exciting games, this weekend and even coming up in over the next couple of weeks. So get around it and, let's see if there's any major upsets.
There's going to be some cracking games, so we look forward to seeing people in the stadiums this weekend. But for now, that wraps up our round 4 preview, and look forward to jumping on a call next week with you, Reese, to review what it is.